This 40 kilowatt per hour is what you would call today, it would be a low output EV. And here we are, it's got a 99% charge, and it on the wishometer, we call it a wishometer, it's showing 157 miles. It doesn't mean that you'll get 157 miles. It means that basically you will get around, very loosely, around 130, 140, maybe 150. You can see the day's temperature now. We're in early April in the UK, and we're doing about 16 centigrade, so not particularly warm. But when the temperature goes up with the batteries, basically what they say about EV batteries is true. When it is blue outside and -2, -3, -4, you might as well give up and get an internal combustion engine, get a diesel, get a petrol. Don't be bothered with a EV, because they're absolutely crap. If you want me to be very blunt with you. Now, do I love my Nissan LEAF 2021? No, I don't. In fact, I would almost go as far as to say that I dislike it. But it's like an old family relation. You know, you've got them in your family. They're an aunt or an uncle, and you sort of like them. You know, you get to like them. Well, I've got to like the LEAF, and the fit and finish. You can see, there you go. You can see the fascia. You can see all the nice, it's well screwed together, and you'd be interested to know, if you don't already know, that it's basically screwed together in the northeast of England. I had a bad experience. I had the range anxiety. So if you have an EV, the sort of anal characters, they will plan their journey. I'm not a planner. I just like to fill it up and go. I'm not a doctrinaire EV guy, okay? I don't believe in global warming, climate change. I think it's a load of crap. I think it's been done, pushed by the United Nations. I don't want to get too political about it, but really, if you're buying an EV because you're a tree-hugging, stop oil protester, you're not. Don't be bothered. Just go and get yourself a horse and cart and a horsehair shirt or a vegan shirt. Get your sandals on, girl or boy, and get a life. Because EVs create as much environmental impact as an ordinary internal combustion engine. So the LEAF, back to the LEAF. Okay, if you've got an ordinary family like a mummy and a daddy and 2.3 children, you know, actually it's not a bad car. It's quite well designed. The boot is over 400 litres inside. Let's go and have a look. So here's the boot, and it's absolutely full of clobber. It's full of walking boots, the Nissan safety pack, shopping bags, and if I zoom out a little bit for you, you can actually see it's a fairly decent size, and you can get a double buggy in there because I've got grandchildren, and yes, you can get a double buggy in without putting the seats down, and you've got a reasonable amount of space in the back. And the annoying beeping noise is because the doors are open and the engine, in inverted commas, is still running. But no, the fit and finish is nice. This is the N connector version, and in the back you've got a little place for your electronic gizmos. You've even got heated seats, would you believe? Gosh, hasn't motoring come on apace? Yeah, the fit and finish, nice. You've got the dark windows. You know, any drug dealer would be totally amazed. You've even got your zero emission little thing on the boot spoiler. And this one's not been cleaned up in any way, shape or form. It is a workaday vehicle. and it loves beeping. There's loads of tech on here. You've even got an amazing, you can see it there, you've even got an amazing electronic gizmo rear mirror. So there we have a walk around for a Leaf. Would I buy one again? I don't know, actually. I sort of like it, you know. It's one of those annoying, like going back to the analogy of relations. It's like an annoying uncle who you think he's coming for Christmas, and then he rocks up, and actually you sort of quite like him, but you were initially quite scared. He gets drunk at Christmas, you know. He gets drunk at, you know, the Christmas table, but he tells amusing stories, and he keeps you amused. And actually, to be honest with you, I do quite like this Nissan Leaf. If I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't flip and get one again. I'd get the Hyundai Kona 2021 model. This is a 2021 model Leaf. It's got loads of flipping gizmos and tech. I'm not going to bore you with it because I'm going to stop the video in a minute, but you don't get anywhere near what they say. Perhaps, I think the longest distance I've been, I live down on the south coast, you know, surprisingly, because you think, oh, that's a Scouse geezer. Yes, I was a Scouser, or am a Scouser. You can take the boy out of Liverpool, but you can't take the Liverpool out of the boy. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, I live on the south coast, and we went to Winston Churchill's home. Is it Chartwell? So we lived down, should we say, in the Worthing area, and we went to Chartwell, and we did it in one charge. So we went, and that was late September. We went out to Chartwell, which is from West Sussex to Kent and back again. I think it was 120 miles or so, and we did it in one hit. Then in November of 2023, we went to just outside Oxford for a little Airbnb breakaway few days, and it was horrendous. We were trying to queue up for EVs to charge the thing. It's relatively easy to charge up, but you know, people were queuing. There was no way we could charge. We charged up actually just outside of McDonald's, and had the joy of having a McDonald's meal. Oh, deep joy, deep joy. But anyway, we managed to get to our destination, but I was full of range anxiety because where we were staying, the Airbnb, you might say, well, you should have found out before you went. They didn't have a charger, electric charger. However, the local pub round the corner, fortunately, they did have a little charger, so we could charge the beast up. The infrastructure isn't there yet. Don't let them try and tell you that EVs are the future. I think I had a long chat with a manager of a place where I was looking to buy a Hyundai Kona, and the boot on the 2021 model is not that big, and he said, and I'm inclined to agree with him, the technology has a way to go. Give it another couple of years. But you know, if you were going to stick your money somewhere, you could buy the 40 kilowatt Leaf. This present model, they're discontinuing it, and they're bringing out a new Leaf in a year or two's time, I believe. Now, I don't know all the details on that. The other thing is, you can get this version, the Mark II version of the Leaf, in the larger kilowatt size. I can't remember what it is. Is it 62 kilowatt or something? Anyway, it's got a decent enough range. And the trouble is, in the cold weather, it's absolutely CRAP. However, you know, I'll probably get loads of comments down in the comments section, and they'll say you're talking out of your rear end because I do ABCD. I've been from England to out to Mongolia and back, blah 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 blah. I'm giving you my experiences with the Nissan Leaf. Not a bad car, well screwed together, good quality, loads of tech. If you're a bit of a geek, you'd love it because there's so much tech on here, but you can drive it instinctively. As I say, I've got nothing against it at all. I can't say a bad word about it. On one level, I've had it just over the, well, about 12, 13, 15 months, and I've had nothing go wrong with it. And my local Nissan dealer, big shout out for Yeoman's Nissan Bognor Regis. I am going to go out on a limb and give you 9.5 out of 10. You are superb. I really say that as an old geezer who's been around the block a bit, a couple of times. Nissan's Bognor Regis, one of the best car dealerships I've ever come across. They are courteous, they are considerate, even the salespeople are good. So yeah, I'll leave you with it. Nice seats, decent sound system as well, and all in all, a very nice car. Okay, thanks for your time.